It's, I want to say Victory Monday. It's just regular Monday, unfortunately, but we're going to hop into the film anyway. Here we go. So I had a really fun time scheming this one up, all right? I thought we had a pretty good game plan. The team we were playing against, North Stanley High School, immediately one thing's going to jump out to you on paper. Let's look here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 punt return reps, okay, in 2 games. One thing that jumped out to me, of those 7 reps, okay, look, here's one punt. Boom, this one gets downed. Punt number 2, catches it. Pretty big return. Guy's kind of shifty. Guy's making moves. Takes it back across the field, makes a guy miss. Luckily, this guy, hero of the day. You'd think, okay, one big return already. They have to punt one more time. Gets it off. Lands in the field of play. Number 8, takes it. Makes this guy miss. Look, he's going to put this dude in the blender. Spin move. Gets downfield. Returns it all the way for a touchdown. Right now, I'm like, okay, that's 2 pretty big returns in one game. Starting to sweat a little bit. Next game. Goes. They put it. It's in the field of play. Look, he lets this one bounce. Goes out of bounds. Not too much to report there. This one lands, unfortunately, goes directly to him. Finds a seam and creases it. 2 punt return touchdowns. 1 large return. No touchdown. But we are unfortunately not done yet. Lady stands in the way. This one I want to say he does not return. Pretty bad punt. And then right here, boom, gets this one, jumps for it, and is able to crease it once again to find a punt return touchdown. So he had 3 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns and 1 really large return in 2 games in only 7 attempts. So 4 out of 7, he was absolutely breaking people. I was not exactly excited about that. But not only that, as you can see here, they lined up in this kind of weird punt scheme. All right, so you've got 2 detached guys, 2 detached guys. That was one of the guys from the Shield. So, you know, it's just interesting. So I had a lot of fun looking at this. Had a lot of fun deciding how I was going to scheme up against this. You know, you've got the 2 guys in the back that are pretty big. And then these guys right here. And as you can see, you know, a lot of teams are just kind of playing safe against this. And I wasn't going to let that. You're not going to line up like that against me and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to let that happen. And then we also get a look at our kickoff return. So let's get into how we actually game plan this thing up. Thought we had a pretty good look for it. Let's start off with our punt reps. So here's what we coached up all week. We know that there was only 4 coming, right? So we were like, don't get caught up in this noise. They've never rushed extra. They might walk them down. If they rush extra, obviously pick them up. But you know the deal. So if they come through your gap, go get them. Aside from that, we're trying to hold the ball as long as we can to get guys downfield. That's just a pretty standard way to, you know, work against the punt safe look, is just hold the ball. This is standard college coaching practice, and it worked pretty well. This was a scary one because, as you can tell, we were just not winning out here on the edges like we needed to at all. We also had a lot of people in the backfield. They were trying to hold us up. We did not do a good job getting downfield. I didn't love this. Do a good job covering, so I'm not mad at you, all right? That's the first time he's gotten the ball and hasn't returned it for like 60 yards, in no short part to the fact that we held it a little bit extra. So that's what we had schemed up. We pretty much executed it. We limited his return for the most part. We once again had to switch long snappers in the middle of the game. Ours, Giovanni, he got injured, so if you're reading this, prayers out to Joe. Our backup long snapper did a pretty good job. This is what we wanted the whole time, you know. So just escorting the football down the field. We do a better job getting off. We could probably run a little bit harder here, Amon, if you're watching this. But at the end of the day, no harm, no foul. This guy has no chance to return the ball. We're just holding it, just causing problems for him, right? That's all we want. We can put the ball in the middle of the field. We had a couple punts that didn't go how we wanted to, as far as being a little too short and a little too backed up, but it is what it is. Next, let's look at how we handled the punt return, okay? So they lined up in that freaky formation, and I was pretty excited about this. So we were lining up to the return, you know what I'm saying? Look like that we're matching it. Asterisk, comma, exclamation point. Boom and boom are not lining up to the return. These guys are going, right here. And then we're also bringing the house the entire time. Like I said, if you're going to line up in this spread punt formation, I've been coaching them all week on any sort of fake that they could throw. The biggest one that I was concerned about would be something like this, where you go block, he's keying over here. We're actually supposed to have one more guy out here. He lined up in the mix, but for the first punt, it's, probably not going to burn us. But block, and then throw in this little screen right here. The thing is, I was kind of just wondering, can this guy make that throw? I was watching him all, in warm-ups. He's just a punter, right? He's just a punter. He's not, wasn't really throwing the ball around, so I felt pretty comfortable that wasn't something I had to worry about. Otherwise, I would have told coach to burn the timeout here so he could line up properly, but, I didn't really feel that sense of threat by this guy. So we line up out there. Really thought we should have gotten home. They start to Kate. We were supposed to be moving before that just to, get a better chance of blocking it, but they snap it. We bring a lot of pressure. We maybe, if this guy kind of dives, if we got off the ball a little quicker, we maybe could have blocked that. We don't get a chance to block it, but, I thought we did pretty good job. And as you're going to see, from here on out, they did not want to line up in that formation, which is what I expected. I was like, you're not going to do that all game. You're just not, So we were still trying to block it. We were still trying to bring the pressure because, especially against high school punters, there's not even a great chance you're going to get an amazing punt. He actually had one really good one. I guess I'll shout out his good punt because it was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal. Right here, ball at the 46. He just does a really good job. He works across the field. So it was actually a spiral punt too. Hits at the 15. Checks down to the 1 yard line. That one, kudos, buddy. Kudos. That was a good ball. Let's get these kickoff returns going. All right, we had a couple attempts at it, and every week we're getting closer. So this one, thought we did a good job taking care of these backside guys, running away from it. I mean, we are so close. We are so close right here. We just get caught up. I think he tiptoes a little bit, and we kind of gum ourselves up just to let some of these backside guys through. But if we can just get all these guys kicked out, if, he's one thing we got to learn is once we, miss our block or whatever, just go work upfield. So, he kind of chips here. If he just starts kicking back, he's got to look this way. You know what I'm saying? Too many people are watching the return. He just stays on that. We were right about to, to bust this thing wide open. So I was pretty happy with that. Return number 2, I'm pretty excited for, the things that we got going on. And one of these days, it's going to bust wide open. So they go away from it. We start bringing it back. Just look at this picture. We're supposed to actually go wiper left here. They kick it pretty deep to our left. So we're going to bring it back across the field. I genuinely think if we make this block and he just goes here and then picks up the first guy he sees, we're probably cribbing this one. They make a pretty good on the call thing. When everybody sort of condenses down this hard, you're going to be in a good situation. We kind of missed that block. Don't pick up the next guy, but Iman runs really hard, so he's able to get it back to the 35-yard line nonetheless. Well, yeah, the picture on this one just looked really nice if we were able to pick up some more of those blocks and get moving a little faster. But he makes some plays, and I'm happy with that. And this is the one that I think got away from us right here. We have a really good chance. They put it in the middle of the field. We get guys blocked down. We're taking it back to the right. And just look at this. If he just stays behind his off returner here, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get some things going. These guys are in bad situations. So off returner, this is our coaching point, was I'm just telling them hey, just stay behind the off returner, right? If he's wrong, he'll make you right. Okay, because he can go here and chip this guy. This guy's shading outside, so it's actually going to be an easy chip. And then he's just going to be able to take it. And he can even chip and then just keep going and working up to the next level and just provide a really good lane. I see what he was looking at here. He sees butt side, and he wants to try to just crease it. But we're just going to try to, from here on out, just stay behind that off returner. That was the lane right there because he would have had a really good chance of bringing that one home. That we're getting close, guys, right? We keep being one little play away. We are one itty bitty play away on all of these. So next week, hopefully we can see something going. Really proud of what our guys did. We kept fighting, even though the game kind of got away from us at parts. Final score was 17-14. I'll see you guys next week.